New shot launch, steel tip action on the 4th generation Bandit board. Adding the one-piece flight deck system to all steel tip barrels as well. I'll be throwing 23-gram weight everything, starting with the Celt Tornos, followed by Roman Empire Juno, and finally the Celt Valor Dart. God, I love the steel tip version even more. It's longer and more torpedo-y than the soft tip. We've got a straight barrel now with evenly distributed weight. I'm going to use that King Crown milling as my grip reference. Shot calls that gnarly rear section vessel grip, I believe. It's unmatched by anything I've felt before, honestly. 83 scored. Next up, we've got the Celt Valor Bomber Dart. This is the hardest changeup for me because it's front weighted, so that means I have to hold in the max diameter. Yeah, good pick. Oh my gosh, guys. New darts, new Bandit dartboard, and new flight deck colors. Go ham.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back.
No, you got it. You're all good.
There we go. Hi, everyone. Sorry, a little confusion there. I am Nick the Share. I'm going to be your host tonight of DPFL Darts Season 10 playoffs here in Division 1. We got Ryan Avellino going up against Ryan Brogan, top 16 matchup, and what should be a good one. These guys have been raring to go. We were making some small talk before getting things going, but it's playoffs, baby. This is what we've been playing the whole season for, and this should be a good matchup here against some pretty close competitors with the season average right now. Ryan Avellino coming into this at a 71.65 to Ryan Brogan 75.99. Now Brogan a little bit lower in the average and got third in his group to get qualified for this. Avellino, on the other hand, got first in his group with that 71.65 there. So should be a pretty interesting matchup. I'm really excited to see how this one will shake out. So let us know who you're cheering for, who you got in this one. Like I said, I am Nick Sure. I'll be your host this evening, and let's have a good time, and feel free to chat along. We got a lot to talk about between the DPFL Season 2 coming right around the corner, Alex Spellman's cryptic post that he talked about with renewing his DPFL sponsorship and whatever world champion he could be referring to, and plenty of other fun stuff, the Premier League and the PDC, post-Worlds. We got a lot of different things, guys. I'm looking forward to it here. I already got Carl Powers in saying, "What's up, kids?" Brogan trying to get fishing early on. Not going to be able to do so here, but no need to do so anyways. No real pressure in this first leg. And it does a beautiful setup there to get things going. Excellent shot there.
43.
Avellino just taking that little extra time to get settled in here. Did talk with him. This is actually a tied record for the farthest he made it last season in DPFL, as Brogan does get the first leg on the board. He did get Avellino did get to that top 16 as well, made it to that second round, and then got eliminated. So he's trying to get past that stage this go around here. And Brogan was talking about how last time he played was 2 or 3 years ago, where when he was throwing, he played in the Premier Division, and Jacob Truth Taylor smacked him around on the board there a little bit. Carl, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you and Brogan played together this last live event, right? Is that right? I feel like I remember commentating on you guys, but I'll be honest, that live event and every event I do is a blur. If you ask me what I said, I probably don't remember.
180.
As we get our first 180 of the live stream here in leg number 2, and Avellino going to get settled in quick here. Got Stephanie in the chat saying, "Let's go, Ryan." I think she's a little biased here, of course, sharing that Brogan last name. Great to see you in here. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, we got 4 darts in there, and then he gave up on it. Got too excited, but still a great shot there, leading the way in leg number 2 here, and taking full control of the darts.
96.
Brogan not giving up on it, though. Going to stay in close pursuit. It's going to be interesting here. Brogan is someone I've known for quite a long time. I met him back in probably 2018, 2019 at a Space Coast tournament where we played against each other. Been friends ever since. And he's one of those guys that has gotten better every time I've seen him. And then at this last live event, or maybe the one the year prior, he told me he was taking a step away from the game. He was just getting back into it. When he has his mind dedicated, there's a reason why he used to play in the Premier Division here. And really interested to see what version of him we're going to get on the board tonight. Carl Power saying, yes, I did play with Brogan. We have the past 2 years, he came in third, losing to Alex Spellman both times. Well, if you're going to lose anybody, it's a reasonable loss. 76 will have to go here. It is pressured. 16 for tops, and he goes high on it.
Wow, 28.
Not going to be able to go now. And 116 has a chance here. Needs to find that 20 bed.
No.
Yeah, he hated the position that third. You can kind of tell by the reaction there.
76.
16 8 wire, 16 for double 16 it is. Needs to split the difference.
32.
Doesn't get it there. So now Brogan has an opportunity to take a 2-0 jump on this one. And a leg where Ryan started with 180. Over to Luke Littler special. Can't tell if that's high on the wire.
20.
Does not go. Luke Littler made it look too easy. And Avellino now it's a double 8. Doesn't make it to one apiece here. Back-to-back breaks the throw to get things going. We got Leanne in chat, Kevin Sheldon, Randy Zimmerman, Mark Hale. We got everybody tuning in along. We got Clifton in here as well. Appreciate all you guys tuning in and showing your support for these players. We got supports for both Ryans, as I guarantee you one of these Ryans will win tonight.
$60.
Avellino's going to try to pounce on this opportunity, see if he can follow up his ton here. Again, for the season average here, only about 4 points in average separating these players, so not enough to really call anything too crazy here. Lisa's saying Ryan A's board looks all stretched out. Yeah, when we're using all these different camera angles, unfortunately, the best we can do is kind of manhandle these board cameras and views a little bit to make them look as best as possible. If it makes a difference on actual Discord, it's probably one of the best looking camera angles I have seen. If you are just playing on Discord. So if it makes a difference, that's more of my finagling of the live stream, if anything. Winner of this match will move on to play Brad Farley in the next round here, the top 8. So far in that top 8 for this Division 1 playoff, Brandon McDonald has made his way in there. Brad Farley, Tucker Davey, and Steve Bailey. And I do believe that those guys are currently playing right now, if I'm not mistaken. I got to see if that one's going on. We got a couple of matches going on right now. Yeah, James McDonald, Colton Dunn is currently playing for one of our matches going on. We got David Dennis versus Zach Nielsen, Felix Raggeth going up against Roy Lee Lindsay, and Kevin Hawkins going up against Davey Main right now on our boards. If you want to follow along with any of the other matches and things going on, make sure to go over to tv.darkconnect.com. And then on the events tab, go to the DPFL season 10, and you can actually follow along with any of these matches. But of course, do that after you're done hanging out with us here or on an extra device. Brogan trying to get to a finish. 125 is not a gimme. This is a crucial setup round here.
96.
Does find a treble. Puts a little bit of heat on this. Avellino does try to take the Bulls route. Looks like it kicked outside.
26.
And that's going to be a huge let off here. 86 has an opportunity to get taken out, or at the very least, put a lot of pressure on the 99. Shoot the bull if he wants. Shoot the bull, he does. Looks like it went high.
37 left. 49 hit.
Hits 49 on the turn.
Third dart.
Oh, class check out there. Avellino taking out 99 for our first near ton plus checkout for tonight there. And a great punishment there. I can't quite say punishment. Let me walk that back for a second here. Brogan kind of forced himself back into the leg there, but Avellino, when the opportunity was not taken, absolutely capitalized.
$58.
These guys so far in their first round matchup went ahead and played. Ryan Avellino played Michael Steinberg and bested him 11-7. But the more impressive note I would have to say is Ryan Brogan, Steve Krikorian, as Brogan won that 11-2 in an absolute onslaught. Some of these matches have been closer than others, and that's one of my favorite things about Dark Connect, is seeing the actual score lines of the matches. Because, for instance, I wonder how intense that Steven Russell-Steve Bailey match was, as that one was an 11-9 finish in favor of Steve Bailey.
77. $95.
See, it's a race to the finish line, but Brogan, so far out in front, has dropped 2 legs after his first initial leg on the board here, but is having a significantly higher average. So his scoring has been there and his setups have been there. Brian Herbert in the chat. Look at that legend in the chat room, folks. Good luck, Scrappy Ryan Avellino and Double O Bro Ryan Brogan. Everyone loves some Brian Herbert here. Outside on the double 20.
Third dart.
Does find it in there on the last. Good check out there. It is 2-2, and there is no separation. And right now, if anything, it's just showing that Avellino's been really efficient on his checkouts and his doubles so far with this average disparity we're seeing. Therefore, maybe making the name and moniker Scrappy more appropriate than ever, but it doesn't matter if it's Scrappy or clinical or whatever else it may have you. Just matters about getting that win.
$60.
Brian, I am doing great, my man. I'm just here hanging out, watching some darts, having a good time. Honestly, been patiently waiting for Las Vegas Open. I originally was going to be just a relief commentator. Sometimes I work these events, I do relief commentary, and a lot of the other times I do content creation, shooting videos, editing videos, social media posts.
85.
But I just found out that I will be bumped up to the main commentary team after some reshuffling there. So I'm actually working on my notes for the Las Vegas Open and excited to be out there. I heard DPFL will actually have a booth out there explaining the program to different people. Steve McDowell will be dressed in his Sunday best, as that's a 180 floor, not Scott Hanish style. Does find the 120.
59.
Jersey Devil saying dumb in the comments. Must have been looking in the mirror. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. I do appreciate every one of you watching along. I know these players that do as well.
$95.
Brogan pulling out in front here. Avellino has the darts, though. Can still be the first one to finish, but needs a great shot here. Not going to be able to do so
47.
now. 47 puts him out of range, and Brogan has the opportunity now.
$41.
Ooh, leaves only 41, 164. A little bit better. I thought you said 40 there for a second.
115.
And a great pickup from Avellino. 164 would tear the roof down. Not going to happen today. Going to be focusing on just bringing that into a setup range again.
81.
Big last dart you have to collect there. Even a 41 is nowhere near enough on the turn. Treble 24 bull was the follow-up.
70.
Good use of the bull there, though. Absolutely love that from Avellino. Two darts for it.
Second dart.
And makes it clinical there. Brogan won leg number one. Avellino won the next two. And then Brogan won the two after that. No real separation in this matchup yet. So any of you guys tuning in right now, make sure to go check out our USA Darts YouTube if you're watching over on the DPFL Facebook or the USA Darts Facebook. We've actually been working on some content as you can see some cool stuff coming out with our collaboration with the Bull Hitters, the biggest darts TikTok collaboration group that has recently made their trek over to YouTube. We've been putting out some content with them, explaining soft tip terms and trying UK versus US food and a bunch of different things. It's been really cool to really get into making some fun content that isn't just about the darts, but also, of course, about the darts.
60. Come on.
See, Brogan was a little frustrated there, calling out his 60 and giving it a come on.
35.
An unfortunate bounce out from Avellino in response, though. So Brogan still has control of his own throw so far in this one. Right now, Avellino continues to get better over time in this matchup, but Brogan, on the other hand, has had phenomenal scoring on his side, and he's going to want to continue to try to take advantage of that.
95.
Reed says, I watched those videos. They were great. Well, hey, thank you for watching along there. Yeah, I've been having fun. I actually didn't work on any of those pieces of content myself because I didn't get to go to the World Championships. But it's been really fun to watch them come out because I just told the team, I was like, hey, I'm going to ignore the group chat. I want to be surprised by these videos coming out. And Bull Hitters actually did a collab with Leonard Gates that was set up through USA Darts as well that they posted on their own page. Brogan looking for something special here to be able to get to that finish. That could help. Another treble.
100.
Just the 100 to keep things chalk here. Avellino is still in the throw now. Lucas saying, what's up, Nick? Good to hear your voice. Well, you don't have to lie to me, but it's a pleasure to have you in here watching along with us. $116 is a good leave here, so Brogan's going to have to try to apply pressure, and he is going to be applying pressure.
135.
Beautiful shot there. Almost got the maximum amount of juice on it. Was going 76 for Bull there.
23.
23, a little bit of a miss up there. 10-6 wire on the shot here. Finds the 10 for double 18.
Second dart.
Wow, clinical from Brogan.
Good dart.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new year 2025. We have a lot of different things we're working on. DPFL has a lot of big announcements. Not only will they be out there at LVO, but be hopefully having a talk with them with a lot of our different announcements coming up for season 11. What's going to be going on with that? And again, Alex Feldman kind of alluding to a big deal that's going to be happening at the live event. And let me tell you, we have a lot of different news that's going to be coming out with that, and I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't make me sign a contract to not to spoil anything, because boy, is it interesting, some of the stuff that they have going on. Good 140 from Brogan there. Get things going right now. He's currently 3 on the spin.
30.
Going to be trying to continue to run away with that. Brogan's only had 2 losses in his main season here. He lost to Nelson in week 3 of the season and Yorman in the final week of the season there after he was already pretty much a lock for the playoffs. But that's kind of how he dipped down. He's also in the actual main season. This does include side events, averaging a 76.76 with an average finish of 43. Has 243 100 pluses, 76 140s, and 20 180s. It's a lot of 180s. I think it's more than I hit last year.
23.
Brogan frustrated with that turn, though, as Avellino is going to be looking to capitalize on this opportunity. He's slowly inching up that average. You can see with darts like this, it's usually pretty helpful. Can't tell if that one's also in that 19 bed. Yeah, that's a 174 from Avellino. He's hit a 180 and now a 174. He's shown some signs of brilliance. And with only a 2-leg separation in this race to 11, anything can happen.
One.
100 gets him just 10 points shy of that maximum finish there, but does still remind Avellino that he's in the running here. 78 remaining is no give me, but he should be able to get a look at a double there.
100.
And a great last start to pressure this. Avellino, I think this is one of those must-hit moments. Tops it is.
38.
Outside. Brogan, go tops for the fans. Do it. Do it now. Oh, you went treble. Lame. 1 dart at tops it is.
Third dart.
1 is all he needed.
Good dart.
Another great leg. Brogan starting to get some real momentum on his finishing going. Scoring's been there. Finishing's been there as well. 3-leg separation, but Brogan still has 6 legs to go if he wants to win. Avellino's just going to have to focus on keeping his mentality nice and chilled out here and continue to move along.
69.
Here we go. On to leg number 8, folks.
133.
Of course, the PDC did just announce their Premier League on this last Monday. So yesterday, that is. So I'm struggling to keep my days of the week organized in my own head.
140.
140 to follow the 133 from Avellino. Premier League announcement. I overall liked it. I'm glad that Bunting was in the mix.
135.
And while as Avellino is going to continue to find ton pluses here, I will say with Price and Asp, I understand their pulls and viewership, but also I wish that there was I'm a little biased, but Damon Hedda would probably be my pick for at least one of those 2 spots. And then the other spots, I could go and anybody. I always like it when they do those celebrity
76.
picks and the real out of left field ones every now and again. Unfortunate bounce out from Avellino, but does leave a finish. Brogan did not leave himself a finish after 9, but did practically get there.
43.
A little bit of a slowdown after a bunch of ton plus shots here. 157. It doesn't have to go, but you always want it to.
79.
A solid scoring visit there. 419s for the bull will be a shot from Brogan. Can't tell if that's in the 21. I think it's in the treble.
Oh, not even close.
And
42 left.
the commentary there from Brogan said it all in that last start. Was well outside on the last. Still in a good pressuring range, and that makes things awkward and now impossible. 68 remaining here. Treble 20 to leave double 4.
30.
Yeah, that's what he was going for. So 10 for double 16 it is. Double 8.
Ugh.
And that's the first time since the very beginning here where Brogan's shown some struggles on his doubles, because otherwise they've been going in so efficiently. Avellino hasn't had many opportunities.
32.
That was an opportunity come and gone there. Brogan now looking for the green bits. Brogan is away inside. Oh, that might be getting awkward. Congested traffic on the highway. It does find the traffic jam, only finding 4. Avellino now with an opportunity. Needs to get this leg, needs to get the settler in here.
Miss.
He says miss, as he says there. Brogan, now it's a double 2. My most infamous double on the dartboard. I always get mad when I see that one up. Oh, all over it, but on the outside, can he sneak it in? He cannot.
Nice.
Someone's got to win this leg here. This is the first time where we've seen both players have a little bit of double trouble.
First serve.
Avellino does get a leg on the board, bring it down to 2 legs of separation and getting his first leg after Brogan had 4 on the spin there. And we got another legend joining us in chat. We got Colin Rath. What is going on, sir? Great to see you in here. World's nicest man that looks so scary from a distance. Avellino's had a pretty good season himself, averaging that 71.85 for the season here. His 256 100 plus counts, 58 140s, and only 8 180s, so 12 less than Brogan, but has hit 1 more than him tonight so far. Doesn't matter how many you hit in that regular season. It matters all about how much you're hitting in the end of the season. And he actually had an absolutely dominant performance in why he won his specific pod for Division 1 here. He lost to Steve Bailey, but then afterwards won against everybody else except for one draw the second to last week against Butters. Gotta admit, that's a pretty good resume. And so therefore, yeah, you might say he has a little bit of a lower average going into this and so far in this match.
45.
But if he's scrappy, he's still winning the ones where he needs to win them. He's still winning and what otherwise could have been a bunch of draws. The scrappy players typically don't get a breakaway, but it seems like he was pretty efficient, winning a majority of his matches in 15 legs. Brogan well out in front of this one, though.
44.
All inside the bed so far.
136.
Beautiful setup from Brogan to leave double top on his return visit. Avellino can only set himself up and hope for an opportunity here.
100.
Double top it is for Brogan. Wow, somehow that wasn't in. I thought that was for sure in.
20.
All over the wires, but it does have time here as Avellino failed to leave a finish on the last visit.
100.
So continuing to truck away, though, and asking the question, hey, do you really want to continue to have this double trouble? Trying to work inside. He has very long darts. That
Yes.
double 10 has been nobody's friend. I think Luke Littler hit him all at the World Championship for the entirety of the darty community.
That's slow.
Looks like that dart got away from him a little bit, trying to recover here. 78 remaining.
36.
Does not get there. So again, the double's kind of evading for both these guys.
Second.
Does finally find the Littler special, getting 6-3. But this match is still any Ryan's game here, as Colin Rest said. I'm too kind, only trying to get to your level. Well, I can tell you, all you gotta do to get to my level is avoid talking to girls and just spend all day on your computer and looking at darts and being a total nerd about it. And then there you go. That's it. That's the secret to doing my job. I'm sure you would absolutely crush it. As every time I've seen you near a microphone, you've absolutely crushed it. And Richard Ott's chiming in saying, Brogan in level 1, say what? I didn't know he was that good. Giving him a little bit of smack there. Again, played in Premier Division in the past. Did lose his last playoff match that he played in that Premier Division to Jacob the Truth Taylor. Very respectable loss there. And then Brian Herbert saying, where's Ryan Brogan? Where is all the gold dart setup? Come on, Double O. I'll be honest. I'm very bad with my dart setup, specifically with the dart itself. I'm always like mixing them. Actually, I have Frankenstein darts because I typically will break shafts and not bring spares or break a flight or a tip or whatever else I may have you.
Oh, 121.
Brogan off to the races after 9, getting down to 140.
137.
Avellino still staying sticky on the trail. But you can definitely tell the majority of these legs have had the same reason. Brogan outscoring and Avellino in the beginning out finishing. Then Brogan caught a little bit of a hot streak there when he caught the 4 on the spin.
26.
Oh, my jeez.
Avellino definitely feeling the frustrations there.
8.
A little bit of confusion.
Okay.
It hit 8 there on the turn.
97.
Brogan gets 3 clear at 32 and nails it on the first. Now 4 leg separation and 4 legs away from the win. He's at the John Park Golden Rule here. Avellino starting to tread into some deep waters here. He's going to need to maybe find a life raft here in a moment. And the problem is Avellino, those first couple legs he won when he got that 2-1 jump, it was because he was taking those opportunities when they were given. He's been given a few since, and they just haven't gotten his way. There's still plenty of match left, though. The next time he gets an opportunity where Brogan misses a double, Avellino has to capitalize if you're going to have the lesser of the two scoring. 11-point average difference right now in this matchup.
$41.
Do have over 70 plus of you guys tuning in across all 3 of our different platforms for streaming on tonight. Do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure whatever platform you're watching on, if you don't see that follow button clicked, just click it. You know, I got to pay rent. It helps. Appreciate that. Thank you.
45.
Avellino with an opportunity in this leg.
Wow. Oh, the dark. 42.
You can see that last one. He almost made a duck quack noise there as that one got away from him. I do want to shout out DPFL Darts' sponsors. Of course, Shot does sponsor this DPFL and specifically this live stream here. So big shout out to Shot for their continued support. And of course, Florida Commercial Care, where if you need commercial lawn care, I'm sure that's what they do, specifically in Florida.
60.
Colin saying, I played Avellino in my group play. It was probably one of the most enjoyable matches I played on this platform. Even though I lost, it was a great match. Yeah, I can understand that just by given his personality, his scrappy style of play. I imagine it's a pretty fun matchup, good pace. And let me tell you, this applies to both of them. But I've talked with Brogan a lot more than I've talked with Avellino. I'm not sure if we've ever had a conversation prior to today, but it came off very nice and sincere and enjoyed our discussion. And honestly, one of my favorite parts about doing these DPFL live streams is getting a chance to talk with the players before the stream actually starts.
125.
Avellino give himself a finally as he does find that 10 plus. And will get an opportunity.
Third dart.
Oh, no, he doesn't. That dart wasn't on the 20. Finds the 147 checkout for Brogan. Avellino says finally and doesn't even get the opportunity at 87. Good shot there from Brogan and a break of throw. 8-3 is now the separation. 5 legs between them. Heck of a shot there. I couldn't tell if that 20 was in or not. It's a little tricky. It's actually, and again, I will remind everybody, it's a lot clearer if you're actually looking on Discord with everybody. The view that you guys are seeing, I try to zoom it in to make it a little bit easier to see the general area. But you can actually see the wires quite as clear there. So that's kind of an explanation there. In Discord, they actually have both really nice setups there.
56.
And then, of course, a little bit of a sophomore slump after that big finish.
45.
Trying to reset that adrenaline there. Ryan Herbert saying Avellino is a class act. I'm still waiting on that barbecue, Ryan. Well, I wasn't offered any barbecue. How do you get offered barbecue? I can tell you, there's a lot of good things about living in Florida, like the fact that it is not an ice storm. Bad things about living in Florida. I don't think that we have any good barbecue out here. And I would love some. Please and thank you. We'll say anybody watching along here looking for some dart content that is going to be coming up. Of course, we're going to be continuing every Tuesday with the end of our playoffs and then going right into the next season, season 2 of DPFL Darts. But on top of that, we will be live on the USA Darts the next 4 weekends in a row. We got the Houston Bull Shooter Soft Tip Tour stop coming up next weekend.
133.
And then, or this weekend, excuse me. Weekend after that, of course, the Las Vegas Open, one of our biggest tournaments that we cover of the year, especially on the steel side of things. And then afterwards, we have the Ohio Bull Shooter Stop. And then the weekend after that, going right into February, will be the Pennsylvania Pittsburgh Bull Shooter Stop there. So 4 weekends of streaming. If you guys like watching darts, make sure to go over to USA Darts on YouTube or Facebook and give us a follow.
48.
Avellino going to try to leave himself a finish here.
60.
Doesn't do so. So 6 clear at 90. DPFL used to stand for Darts Players Florida, but then when COVID happened, it completely transmorphed as Brogan does check out 90 and 2 darts there. Clinical stuff from Brogan. But during COVID, it kind of became a way bigger thing than Florida. And recently, they just officially got their name changed to Darts Players Federation League. So that is what DPFL stands for. But basically, it just stands for Good Online Darts. DPFLdarts.com, folks, if you want to get involved.
44.
Avellino kind of falling into a total slump here as when it was 5-3 and it was nice and near. You felt like everything was possible still. It's definitely one of those things where you're starting to psych yourself out. You know how tall the hill is to climb. Going to be one of those things where you have to just kind of forget about how much work needs to get done and just start doing the work, for a lack of a better
45.
term. Something that Avellino's not going to be afraid of by any means. Cody saying Brogan is killing it on the outshots. Yeah, he absolutely is. He was having some double trouble earlier on in the match, but ever since has really not shown any signs of that. Currently 3 on the spin there.
Holy crap, a triple. 95.
He said, holy crap, a triple. Finally does get one in there.
One, 2, 5.
Davey Main and Kevin Hawkins currently 10-7 in Kevin Hawkins' favor. Also going on in the background over here. All those other matches we were talking about earlier did finish up.
Good job.
Finds a 171 while I'm over there checking Dart Connect. Big shot from Avellino saying, hey, I'm still right here. I ain't giving up nothing.
60.
The dart. Avellino Classic. 130.
Almost checks out the 146, clicking the wire of the 16. Thought it was going to go. We already saw the 147. Would have been our second highest out of the night.
94.
3 clear. Avellino needs to take this opportunity here and remind Brogan that he's still here to play. Well outside.
Miss.
Yeah, not quite near the double. Maybe he's a little closer than that camera angle shows, but definitely a frustrating moment there.
Oh. What was that? 66.
68 on the score.
98.
Does find 98 there. To pressure this, but Avellino should be able to take this opportunity and does in the first start there.
Another leg.
Nice shot.
He said, yeah, I want another
Thank
leg.
you.
19 dart leg there and a hold to throw for Avellino. Brogan going to try to take advantage of the throw here, though. Brendan saying, what's going on, boys? Well, nothing much. Hanging out, watching darts. Nothing really to complain about here. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
64.
Of course, we have had a lot of great matches here on our season 10 live stream here. We had the Youth Division 2 Championship on last time we were live, which was not this last Tuesday. I believe it was a couple weeks ago now, as Christmas and New Year's kind of collided with our stream day. Oh, that's 2 on the floor there. Avellino, only 7. This is not a time for that to be happening, and he is probably saying some strong words to that dart in the background.
Come on. 48.
Reminder, winner of this does play Brad Farley in the next rounds. Kevin Hawkins, Davey Main on the top side of this bracket. Currently 10-8 now, Kevin Hawkins' favor. Just trying to cross that finish line. Tucker Davey in the chat saying, well, what's up, everyone? Well, what's going on, sir? How you doing? Tucker Davey did best. Jimmy Jones, the general, 11-8 in this Division 1 playoff. He will be playing Steve Bailey in the next round there. Brogan well out in front here after the 7 scored for Avellino.
62 left.
62 left looking for that treble 10.
96 scored.
Great shot there from Brogan. Beautiful tee up. Put himself on match point potentially. Should have minimum 6 starts.
64.
First off.
And now on the match point, Brogan is. Avellino going to need to pull off something special here to get back into this one in a match where he led at the very beginning 2-1 and has not sniffed a lead since. Closest the match was after that was 5-3.
Sure.
Sean from Scotland saying, evening, gents, from an incredibly cold Scotland. Well, welcome in, good sir, and thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. In the other Division 1 playoff match right now, Kevin Hawkins sitting on 158. Davey Main sitting back at 299. If Kevin Hawkins takes this, he will win the matches. It's currently 10-8, and he'll have 6 starts for 158 points in the background here. Brogan going to try to follow his 140. That's a good start to this campaign. And another one.
20.
and finds a 180
Good
here and a very crucial moment in this matchup. Sitting on 181 after 6.
140.
And then a 140 for Avellino as he starts to loosen up and find those troubles like he was earlier in the match. But it might be too little too late. This is a close one, folks.
91.
Avellino needs to pressure this 90 in case it doesn't go.
55.
55 does not feel like enough there. Gonna go for the bullseye to do it in style.
Third dart.
Wow, Ryan
Good
Brogan.
Good match.
Thank you, sir.
Good match.
You too.
I did not have it that match. Ay.
Oh,
My scoring was either I was hitting everything or I was 45, 48, 44.
I gotta say, Brogan, you had some incredible checkouts there. That 147 was magnificent. Were you expecting that to go when you were going for that 10+ checkout?
When I hit the second triple, yeah, I thought it was gonna go, yeah.
And then Avellino, you start off the match with that 2-1 jump early on. Were you feeling cool and comfortable, or how did the match progress for you from your point of view?
I was just trying to push through it, extreme nerves probably got the better of me, and I just kept getting frustrated because of, well, for one, how many darts kept falling out of my dartboard, and then two, just missing. I just kept getting frustrated.
Yeah, you were nailing the doubles early on the match, and what the difference maker honestly ended up being was the fact that Brogan, I mean, you started hitting all these combination checkouts. If you had anywhere in a 2-dart range, it felt like you were just nailing it. Did the double start feeling pretty good for you after the second half of the match or so?
Yeah, I put most of my practice, probably 75% of it, into hitting doubles. So when the double comes on the board, usually I feel pretty comfortable. So.
Well, that was a great match, guys. I do have one last question from Brian Herbert in the chat saying, ask Brogan about his all gold setup. What's that about?
I don't have it yet, brother. I got to get one.
Oh, well,
maybe one day.
Well, great stuff. Congratulations, Brogan and Avellino. Congrats on a good season, my man. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys on the stream sometime in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good night, fellas.
Have a good night, Nick.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that will conclude it for us here for DPFL Darts Top 16 matchup in Division 1 playoffs. Appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in and having fun with us, as this was an absolute thriller of a matchup there. Some really high drama, and scoreline 11-4. I don't think accurately reflects how intense that beginning portion of the match was. So appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and all the kind words. And of course, we'll be live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for our continued coverage of Season 10, going right into Season 11. And make sure to stay tuned on the DPFL Facebook page for updates here, as we have some big announcements coming by the end of the month here. Appreciate all you guys here. Tim, Brian, Colin, everybody that commented along. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And one more time, shout out to Florida Commercial Care, SHOT, DPFL Darts, and of course, USA Darts. Have a good one, folks, and we'll be seeing you on the next one.